Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a real classic, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. This isn't just, a book. It's really a blueprint. And its core idea kind of sets the stage for everything. What the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Our mission here is to pull out those really vital nuggets of knowledge from the sources, give you a shortcut to understanding why this book has stuck around for so long.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, is how Hill defines riches. It's not just about the money, is it? He talks about peace of mind, good health, relationships. It's a much broader, sort of holistic view of what success actually means. That perspective is pretty foundational.
Absolutely. And he gives us these specific principles, 13 of them, to actually cultivate that success. But he also points out these six ghosts of fear that can really get in the way. So we're going to dig into some of the biggest ideas here, help you get what's really at the heart of it all. So where does Hill say we should even start this whole journey?
Well, fundamentally, it all kicks off with desire. And he's very clear. It's not just a vague wish. It has to be a burning, definite desire for a specific goal. Often, yeah, with clear financial aims. But the key is the definiteness, knowing exactly what you want, almost obsessively.
Okay, so desire lights the match, but then faith, how does that keep the flame going, especially when, things look tough? Is it just blind belief?
No, not blind at all. It's very active. For Hill, faith is the solid conviction that your desire is going to happen. It's not passive hoping. You cultivate it, he says, through autosuggestion, basically deliberately feeding your subconscious mind positive, goal-focused thoughts. He saw the subconscious as this powerful, creative engine that just acts on whatever thoughts dominate, so you have to consciously choose the right input.
That makes a lot of sense, right?
Right.
So once you've got that mental side, the desire, the faith, how do you actually translate that into, real-world results?
That's where specialized knowledge and organized planning come in. Hill makes a great point that just having general knowledge isn't really enough. It's how you organize and use specific expertise for your definite purpose. That's what gives it power. You combine that knowledge with really precise, detailed plans, and crucially, you act on them straight away. It's being decisive. He notes successful people decide quickly and change their minds slowly, overcoming that procrastination hurdle.
But plans don't always work out first time, do they? What about when you hit roadblocks? How does he deal with setbacks?
That's where persistence is absolutely essential. Non-negotiable, really. You need willpower, determination. Because temporary defeat, for Hill, isn't failure. It's just feedback, an opportunity to adjust your plan. And this persistence, this grit, gets massively amplified by what he calls the power of the mastermind.
The mastermind group.
Exactly. Surrounding yourself with people who are on the same wavelength, who share your definite purpose, their combined energy, mental, and maybe even spiritual, really multiplies your own efforts and gives you new insights.
So it sounds like this complex system, internal stuff and external support. But he goes deeper, doesn't he? Talking about the mind like a radio station and tapping into something bigger.
He does. He talks about the subconscious mind as this incredible bridge, not just for intuition, but connecting us to what he calls infinite intelligence. Think of it like a universal mind, almost, where all knowledge exists. The idea is to program your subconscious so it can tap into that infinite intelligence for answers, for inspiration, like downloading wisdom. And that ties into the sixth sense, this kind of intuition that emerges as you really master the other principles. It gives you insights, maybe warnings that don't always come logically.
But it's not just about adding things, principles, and skills. It's also about removing stuff, right? Those six ghosts of fear you mentioned earlier.
Precisely. He argues these fears, things like the fear of poverty, which just drains ambition, or the fear of criticism, which kills new ideas, are huge barriers. They're mostly in our heads, self-imposed limits, but they actively sabotage desire and persistence. Facing them, replacing them with faith, is crucial for any real success.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've gone through some pretty powerful concepts here, starting with that intense desire, the need for solid planning, using a mastermind group, even tapping into intuition. It's clear this isn't about some quick fix. It's more like a fundamental shift in how you think and act.
And connecting it back, Hill really pushes us to consciously work on eliminating those six ghosts of fear. Poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, death. It's about seeing how these mental blocks can quietly stop you from actually using the principles we've just talked about.
Which brings up a really interesting final thought. Hill describes the brain as a kind of broadcasting and receiving station for thought. And the subconscious mind is the bridge to infinite intelligence. So the question for you is, beyond just chasing wealth, What signals are you consciously choosing? What are you broadcasting into your own mind and receiving from the world? Something definitely worth considering.